Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this musical presentation by the Forest Hills Community Band. This is our third spring season under the leadership of our director, Joe Dippiatic, over there near right. The band is in its 26th concert year. We're made up of alumni, former faculty, and current faculty, former students, their families, and friends of the Forest Hills School District and its predecessors, like Adams Summerhill and Triangle area. We would like at this time to recognize in the band the students, faculty, and retired faculty. Please stand, all those that are students, faculty, and retired faculty. Come on, don't be shy. Get up, here they are. As you can see, tonight's music is being made possible by those students and the faculty of our educational system. Those of us that didn't stand came through that same system, and it's nice to have music for life. So please support these endeavors, particularly the music education in your school district. You will remember the music in our next number, even if you do not recognize the title, especially when I pronounce it. It is a famous instrumental Spanish piece of Paso Doble music by Pascual Marquinanaro. The song was written around 1921. It is also known as the Spanish Gypsy Dance, and is arguably the best known snippet of Spanish music ever, as well as being popular worldwide. Traditionally, it is used as background music in bullfights, but you hear its refrain at a baseball game. Several arrangements of the tune are often used for the ballroom Paso Doble dance, and ballroom dancers refer to it as the Paso Doble song, as it is very commonly placed in competition, lending itself to specific choreography required for successful results. It means Gypsy Spain in Spanish. So now Joe will now direct us in Robert Longfeld's arrangement of España Conde. Harry James was a popular musician and band leader and a well-known trumpet virtuoso. Born in Albany, Georgia, Harry was the son of a band leader of a traveling circus, and by age 10 he was taking trumpet lessons from his father, who gave Harry one page to learn out of the Arbon's book every day, and Harry could not do anything else until he learned that page. Harry began playing with local dance bands in Beaumont, Texas, before he joined Benny Goodman's orchestra. James debuted his own big band in Philadelphia and continued touring with the band into the 1980s. His was the first name band to employ vocalist Frank Sinatra in 1939, and in 1943 he married actress Betty Grable. He plays trumpet in the 1950 film Young Man with a Horn, dubbing for Kirk Douglas. He recorded I'm Beginning to See the Light, and his music is also featured in the Woody Allen movie Hannah and Her Sisters. Tom Nagy now directs us in Sammy Nestico's arrangement of songs associated with Harry James: Siri Biri Bin, The Mole, You Made Me Love You, and Trumpet Blues and Cantabile. The lead trumpeter you will hear, emulating Harry's style, is our own Amy Nepper. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart wrote his horn concertos for his good friend Ignaz Joseph Lutgeb, whom he had known since childhood. Lutgeb was clearly a skilled player, as the works are very difficult to perform on the natural horn of that period, when you had no valves, you had to use your lip trills and a lot of hand stopping in the bell and rapid tonguing. In reality, the French horn did not originate in France, but in Bohemia. Tonight, we will present Mozart's second movement for horn, as arranged by Andy Clark, titled Romanza, featuring Bob Ignaz Lutgeb Billings.
For our next tune, we're going to feature a soloist in the band, someone who's been around for a long time. He's instrumental in the foundation and the formation of the band that you see here. He taught many of these kids back when they were in elementary school, when they started and throughout. I'm speaking, of course, of our first French horn player, Bob Billings. Stand up, Bob. Bob was born in 1947. It's not that old. He graduated from Portage in 1965 and from Nyack College in New York in 1970, and taught at the Forest Hill School District from 1970 to 2003, 33 years. Retired in 2003. And he's been playing in the band, and he's basically my right-hand man here. Every Thursday we have rehearsals. Bob goes over and sets up. He usually beats me over there, has everything set up, and reminisces with some of his teachers that he sees at Forest Hills. Well, he's going to play a really nice selection for you. And I got on the internet. I had to write this down. I'm sure probably every one of you have heard about Mozart. You know who Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is? He was born in 1756 and died in 1791. So in a short lifetime of 35 years, he wrote, you ready for this? 41 symphonies, 27 piano concertos, 5 violin concertos, 4 French horn concertos, part of one which you're going to hear today. He also wrote a concerto for flute, one for clarinet, for oboe and bassoon. He wrote 36 violin sonatas, 23 string quartets, 6 string quintets, 6 piano trios, 13 serenades, 17 divertimentos, 18 masses, 17 church sonatas, and a whole handful of operas. And that doesn't even include everything. If you get on the internet and just look at Mozart, it's really amazing the amount of stuff he's played, he's written and played. You see it played everywhere, so we're going to do a piece for you today. It's real nice, the Largo movement from one of the horn concertos.
Carl Lawrence King was born in Ohio when he was 11. His newspaper carrier income purchased his first musical instrument, a cornet. He grew up as a self-taught musician, leaving school after the 8th grade at age 14. Kids, don't try this at home. He learned to compose by studying scores. He switched from the cornet and upgraded to the baritone horn and directed circus bands. King published more than 300 works, waltzes, overtures, serenades, rags, 188 marches, and screamers. It could be said that King did for the Circus March what Sousa did for the Patriotic March. In 1945, he produced our next march. Joe will now direct us in The Trombone King. Paramount Pictures produced 3 movies set over several decades of the Corleone family. Nino Rota composed the music that captured the ambiance for the production. We'll let Tom now take us to the wine-colored days and the sweet velvet nights of Rota's themes from the Godfather movie trilogy as arranged by Jack Bullock. Larry Clark and Greg Gilpin have created a superb medley that we will now perform, featuring the marches of the different branches of our military. The Army's The Caisson Song, composed by Edmund L. Gruber. The Marines' Hymn. The Navy's Anchors Aweigh, composed by Charles A. Zimmerman and Alfred H. Miles. Coast Guard's Semper Paratus, Always Ready, composed by Francis Saltus van Boskirk. And the U.S. Air Force, composed by Crawford. We would like to dedicate this number to members and veterans here tonight, requesting that they stand as their branch is announced. We would also like to acknowledge the families of military members and veterans, even if they are not present tonight. So if your grandparent, parent, spouse, sibling, or grandchild is or was a member of one of the branches of the service, please stand when the families are asked to join that branch's march. Also featured after the marches is America the Beautiful and the Star-Spangled Banner. We request that you all stand, if you are able, when Bob Billings directs the singing of our national anthem to close the dedication. Joe now takes us a little bit on the lighter side. Prepare yourself for several musical nightmares as we present a ghoulish and sinister concoction of memories for a dreary, dark, and stormy night. Jay Bocook has arranged a menacing medley that includes music from Danny Elfman in Tales from the Crypt, Bernard Herrmann in Psycho, John Williams in Jaws, and several other unnerving moments under the disturbing title, Things That Go Bump in the Night. Jack Bullock arranged our next medley that features a wide array of tunes from the Broadway stage. This includes some new and some old, including favorite selections from My Fair Lady, Sweet Charity, Brigadoon, Fiddler on the Roof, Finian's Rainbow, The Pajama Game, and more. You'll most likely find a familiar tune as, after that last number, Frank McLeister rises from the trumpet section to direct us in a touch of Broadway. Many of you know about the Captain and Tennille, former husband and wife Captain Darrell Dragon and Catherine Antoinette Tony Tennille, American pop music recording artists who achieved chart success as a recording duo and were previously well known as backup musicians for Elton John and Neil Sedaka, Darrell having also been the keyboardist for the Beach Boys. What you may not know is that Darrell is the son of composer Carmen Dragon. Carmen was an American conductor, composer, and arranger who, in addition to live performances and recordings, worked in radio, film, and television. He made a popular orchestral arrangement of America the Beautiful and also rearranged it for symphonic band, which is our final number. Carmen Dragon's arrangement of Samuel Augustus Ward's America the Beautiful.